Hmm? Junior Bell, when did you get here?
About half an hour ago. You were focused on training, so I didn't want to disturb you.
I didn't even notice you were here. Oh, my apologies. I tried my best to stay quiet. Did I wake you up anyway?
Nah, I couldn't fall asleep, so I decided to take a walk. Speaking of, why are you training in the middle of the night, Senior Yinhu?
Well, there's no fancy reason behind it. It's just that I feel myself lacking in terms of training. Especially when I see Shifu, Senior Fufu, and Senior Shuyuan excelling in theirs. It's hard to sleep whenever the thought crosses my mind. So after some tossing and turning, I decided to get up and have something to eat. But then I overate the buns and ended up feeling bloated. So that's why I'm here, to train and burn off some of the extra energy.
Oh, I thought when you couldn't sleep, your first instinct was to get up and train.
Oh no, I'm not that hardworking. However, training is great for self-discipline. Good food fills the belly, and good training nourishes the spirit. Whenever I tune my breathing and become mindful of the shift and flow of the world around, it always calms my restless heart. Why not give it a try, Junior Bell? I told you, it's great practice. This was the very first lesson Shifu taught me back then.
The first lesson Yixuan Shifu taught you? I'm intrigued. Can you tell me more?
Huh? That's what intrigues you? Well, sure. But your impression of me might change after. And it's not really an interesting tale. Are you sure you still want to hear it?
Of course, as long as you're willing to tell it.
All right. Before meeting Shifu and becoming a disciple of Yunkui Summit, I was a wanderer roaming about New Eridu with no family. The only thing special about me was that I'm a panda thyran. As you know, bear thyrans and cat thyrans aren't that rare, but things are different with panda thyrans. Despite the sprawling city, I had no kin, and could only rely on myself to get by. Those were tough days. I hadn't learned how to cook, nor did I have any other skills. I was starving every day, scraping by with odd jobs. You can never truly appreciate food until you've starved. I learned very quickly that if I wanted to eat my fill, I had to rely on my skills.
And then? Did you come to Yunkui Summit and become Shifu's disciple then?
Huh? Oh, of course not. There's still a ways to go. I became a hollow raider. Turns out, my ether aptitude is pretty decent, and I had enough raw strength to brawl my way through hollows. So I was able to feed myself by selling all the valuables I plundered during those expeditions. I couldn't care less about those who stood in my way inside the hollow. Ethereals, bandit gangs, other hollow raiders, you name it. I treated anyone who tried to take my loot to a face full of punches. Until one day, I found a rare trinket in the hollow. Something important related to porcelain, I thought. I wasn't sure back then, but I knew it was worth a fortune. And that's when a lady with white hair and garments approached me. I bet you must have guessed by now. Yep, that was Yixuan Shifu.
I get it. She was searching for that important object and ran into you. So she asked you to hand it over and invited you to join Yunkui Summit for good, right?
Huh? Of course not. We're just getting started. She lost her way inside the hollow and asked me for directions. But I didn't know that was all she really wanted. I thought she was after my loot. So, I fought her. That was the first time I learned that violence can't solve everything. Especially when you're up against someone much stronger than you. Shifu put me to the floor swiftly.
I got it. That's when she recognized the potential in you, then convinced you to become her disciple, right?
Huh? No, we're not even halfway through the story yet. I was spent from the fight, and then passed out from hunger. When I came to, she had already taken me out of the hollow. She told me that long-term exposure to ether was causing me to struggle with my inner demons, and that I should do as she said if I wanted to contain the violence within. And then she taught me the training routine I just showed you. I did it in front of her and felt the aggression inside me melt away, as if nothing would anger or upset me again. It was an extraordinary feeling. It made me think that if I clung to my way of life, maybe I'd never experience the wonders of this technique again.
That's when you finally joined Yunkui Summit, right?
Huh? No, but that's coming up soon. I then asked her if she had any food. After all, my mind was enriched, but my belly was still empty. As much as I was ready to change my ways and become a new panda, I couldn't spare the mental energy while on an empty stomach. And then she told me that Yunkui Summit serves 3 meals a day. So I joined. But she didn't explain that 3 meals a day actually meant funds for 3 meals a day. Yunkui Summit didn't even have a proper chef. In the end, I had to learn how to cook and serve everyone anyway.
Well, your past is, how should I put it? Filled with twists and turns, or
a tangled mess, right? It's all right, because I think so too. But this is much better than the days when I had no one and nothing, isn't it? Without this mess, I wouldn't have become Shifu's disciple, met Senior Fufu and Shuyuan, and you. I haven't told anyone this chapter of my life so far. It's not that interesting anyway. But for some reason, I just can't say no to your curious gaze. Don't go telling anyone else now.
of course. I'm keeping this amazingly interesting story all for myself.
Oh, you're making me blush. Well, I'm feeling tired from training. Why don't we have a midnight snack together? What would you like to eat? I've got you covered.